So this is the first class for business stats. Let's start with business stats. Business stats. So business stats is basically a branch of mathematics that deals with collecting, analyzing, interpreting and presenting the data. So stats is basically a branch of mathematics that deals with collecting the data, okay, then analyzing the data, then interpreting the data and presenting the data. ठीक है ना? So it involves mathematical methods and models, ठीक है, that are used to summarize and draw conclusions from the data. Now suppose you have a data, ठीक है, in the form of Excel sheet. ठीक है, so everyone is aware of Excel sheets, spreadsheets, CSV sheets, right? So in those sheets, what we have a data in the form of tables, है ना? We have rows and columns, है ना? We have column 1, then column 2, then column 3rd, है ना? And below these we have data, है ना? So this is our data in a structured format. So this is basically the CSV or Excel format, and that comes in a structure format data. Structured data. We can summarize this data, right? We can summarize it now. We can do some analysis on the data, and we can draw some conclusions from this data, right? So this is our statistics. Now statistics is of two types. First is descriptive, and second is inferential. Now what is descriptive statistics? So when we want to quantitatively describe the data, okay, suppose we have a data, and on the whole data we make some inferences, we do some analysis on the data and we summarize it, okay na? It is used to quantitatively describe the attributes of my data. It provides some analysis on it, or you can say it summarizes my data, or you can make some graphs or charts, or you can make some tables from it. So this is a descriptive kind of data. So in the descriptive kind of data, we make the use of whole data, right? Now second is inferential statistics. So in the inferential statistics, what we have is, so it is basically used to generalize some conclusion about the population. Descriptive statistics. Okay. So when we take the whole data, and on the whole data we do some analysis, or we make summaries out of it, or we make some graphs, we make some tables by using the whole data, it comes under the descriptive statistics. So when we are working with the whole data, it comes under the descriptive statistics. But when we are working on a sample data, and from that sample data we are making some conclusions, it comes under inferential statistics. Okay, so in the descriptive statistics we can make graphs, tables, charts. In the descriptive stats we have two kinds of measures. First is measures of central tendency, and second is measures of dispersion. Discuss about measures of central tendency. Now what are the measures of central tendency? So इसमें मेरे पास है mean, median and mode, है ना? Let's understand all of these. Now first one is mean. Now what is mean? What do you mean by mean of my data? Mean I can say is average. So I'm giving a short recap. So basically we are starting about business stats. Okay, now first of all we discuss what is statistics. Now statistics is basically a branch of mathematics that typically deals with collecting the data, analyzing the data, interpreting the data and presenting the data in a meaningful way, you know? So we can summarize our data, we can make some conclusions from our data, and we can do some predictions based on that data. Okay, Now in the statistics, we have two types of statistics. One is descriptive and second is inferential. Let us suppose we are given a data in the format of a CSV or Excel file. So when I use that Excel file and do some analysis on the whole data, when I do some analysis on the whole data, like I find the mean, median, mode, or I group my data, aggregate my data onto some levels, see that whole thing, it comes under descriptive statistics. Analysis on the data, it all comes under descriptive stats. Now coming to the second one is inferential stats. So for inferential stats, what we have is when we take a sample data and we do some analysis or we do some test on the sample data, and based on the results of my sample data, we draw conclusions about the population of data. Now we have two terms here, one is sample and second is population. Let's discuss it now only. Okay, so let us say when we had COVID, so what we had, we want to vaccinate all the population of world. So what we did, we take a sample. A sample means first 100 people, then we took 200, then we took, let us suppose we took 1 lakh people, and on those 1 lakh people we tested our vaccines. Now when we tested our vaccines on 1 lakh persons, then what we did, we draw some conclusions, and based upon those conclusions which we obtain from a sample data, we make a conclusion about the whole population that this vaccine will be suppose 89% effective to the whole population. हमने उस पॉपुलेशन में से एक सैंपल लिया, सपोज वो सैंपल मेरा 1 लाख का है, मैंने उन 1 लाख पर्सन्स को मैंने वो वैक्सीन दिया और उस वैक्सीन का जो उन पे इम्पैक्ट आया, ठीक है ना, उसके बेसिस पे आई मेक इन्फरेंसेस फॉर द होल पॉपुलेशन ऑफ माई कंट्री, राइट? So this is inferential stats. So when we talk about descriptive stats, so we come across two terms. One is measures of central tendency and second is measures of dispersion. So first of all, we are talking about measures of central tendency. Now when we talk about measures of central tendency, we have mean, median and mode. These are the different measures of central tendency. Okay. Now we were discussing the first, that is mean. What is the meaning of mean? Mean, I can say it as average. Suppose I have 5 subjects A, B, C, D, E and D, and I got 90 marks in first, 85 in second, 80 in third, 85 again, and 95 again. Now I want to get the mean. Now what will I do? Mean, or you can say as average as well. Mean and average are same. So what I'll do, assuming all the marks are out of 100, so I'll add up all the observations, sum of all marks A plus B plus C plus D plus E divided by number of subjects, means 90 plus 85 plus 80 plus 85 plus 95, इसका टोटल का सम डिवाइडेड बाय नंबर ऑफ सब्जेक्ट्स. यहाँ कितने सब्जेक्ट्स हैं मेरे पास? 5 सब्जेक्ट्स है ना. इनका सम क्या आ रहा है? 435 डिवाइडेड बाय 5. इसकी एवरेज क्या आई? 87.5, राइट? सो दिस इज माय मीन. इट इज ओके, 87. ओके, सो दिस इज माय मीन. ओके, सो नाउ व्हाट इज द फॉर्मूला ऑफ मीन? क्या हुआ? Sum of all the observations divided by total number of observations. So now let's discuss about the second measure of central tendency, that is median. Now what is median? Median, as the name suggests, middle value, or you can say middle or the central value in an ordered set. Ordered means when we arrange in ascending or descending order, that is a ordered set. Now let's discuss about the median. Suppose I have my observations as 1, 4, 6, 8. So these are my observations. Now what? Okay, let's take one more, 9. Now these are, first of all, my first step is to arrange in ascending or descending order. Now they are already in the ascending order, and I need not to do anything. The second point is, what is the middle value? In this case we have odd number of terms, right? When we have odd number of terms, then what happens? Suppose we have n terms. The middle term, it will be the median. So for odd, we'll say n plus 1 by 2, where n is my number of terms. So here by 2. So here we have 5 terms. So value of n is 5. So what is my median? It is 5 plus 1 by 2th term. By 2 क्या 3. So my third observation is my median. So which is my third observation? 6. So here median is 6. Now it is only for when we have odd number of terms. Now when we have even number of terms, इस केस में क्या होगा? And even when I have even number of terms, how will I find my median? तो पहले इसको एक बार असेंडिंग ऑर्डर में लेके आते हैं. वो क्या? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 एंड 11 है ना. उसके बाद व्हाट वी डिड? ओके, मेरे पास नंबर ऑफ ऑब्जर्वेशन कितनी है? 6 नहीं है. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 3 4, सॉरी, इसमें यार एक टर्म और ऐड कर लो, 14. हमारा पर्पस सॉल्व नहीं हो पाएगा. 8, राइट. Now we have 8 observations. Now 8 are even number of observations, right? Then our median will be the average of the middle 2 terms. Now median will be n by 2th term plus n by 2 plus 1th टर्म. इन दोनों का एवरेज, इन दोनों का बाई 2. नाउ एन मेरा है 8 है ना. 8 बाई 2th टर्म, मतलब ये मेरी होगी 4th टर्म है ना. उसके बाद सेकंड मैंने कहा एन बाई 2 प्लस 1th, मतलब 5th टर्म. तो मीडियन मेरा होगा 4th प्लस 5th टर्म का एवरेज है ना, बाई 2. 4th टर्म मेरी कौन सी है? 1 2 3 4. 4 टर्म में 3 है और वो मेरी 4 है ना. तो मतलब क्या हो? 3 प्लस 4 बाई 2 है ना. सो दिस इज माई सिंपल मीडियन, दैट कम्स आउट टू बी 3.5. फाइन. नाउ लास्ट मेजर इज मोड. आई कैन से इट इज मोस्ट अकरिंग वैल्यू, repeating value. I can say it most frequent value, yeah, most repeating value. सब सेम है ना. नाउ लेट अस से वी आर गिवन सम टर्म्स एज 45, 39, 53, 45, 48, 50 एंड चलो 30 एंड 45. अब इसमें मोस्ट रिपीटिंग वैल्यू कौन सी है? 45. So means my mode is 45. So median आपको निकालना आ गया है ना. This is the data points which you were given है ना. इनको फर्स्ट आपने अरेंज किया ascending order में and then you find the median. Now we have a term frequency. Yeah, चलो let's say first discuss about interval. Suppose you are given the data in the format of intervals. एग्जाम्पल मैं आपको बोलता हूँ, मेरे पास मार्क्स का इंटरवल है और नंबर ऑफ स्टूडेंट्स का. आई एम सेइंग 0 to 20 मार्क्स, 5 स्टूडेंट्स obtained 0 to 20 मार्क्स. ठीक है. देन 20 स्टूडेंट्स obtained 20 to 40 marks, and 35 students obtained 40 to 60 marks. Then let's say let me increase the size. 7 students obtained my 60 to 80 marks, and 80 to 100 मतलब मेरे सिर्फ 3 स्टूडेंट्स ने लिए. ओके, नाउ आई वांट यू टू कैलकुलेट द मीडियन. मीडियन बेसिकली क्या था आपका, मिड वैल्यू. सो दिस टाइप ऑफ डेटा, इट इज कॉल्ड ग्रुप डेटा. ठीक है, जहाँ पे वी आर गेटिंग द इंटरवल्स इज कॉल्ड ग्रुप्ड डेटा. ठीक है, so in the grouped data what happens is, let's write some steps for this first. Okay, then we'll solve it. So let's say we have marks and we have number of students. Okay, so 0 to 20, 20 to 40, 40 to 60, 60 to 80, 80 to 100. ठीक है, we have 5, 20, 35, 7. So now what we'll do, we'll first find the cumulative frequency. So what is cumulative frequency? फर्स्ट केस में क्या होगी 5, सेकेंड केस में क्या होगी आपकी अपर वैल्यू का सम, दैट इज 20 प्लस 5. ठीक है, ओके, 20 प्लस ठीक है इक्वल्स टू आपका दिस प्लस दिस, दिस प्लस दिस. ठीक है, एंड सो ऑन. दिस इज आवर cumulative frequency, right? Now my total number of terms, and it will be 70. Now we need to find the median. Now median will be n by 35. मैं भी सिंपल लेता हूँ. अब जो आपकी 35th की टर्म है, ये कौन सी क्लास में लाई कर रही है, मीडियन क्लास क्या होगी इसकी, मार्क्स को वी कैन ऑल्सो से इट एज क्लास. योर 35th टर्म इज लाइंग इन विच क्लास, 40 to 60 ना, 40 to 60. Now we will find the lower limit of our median class 40. अपर लिमिट, इसका साइज क्या है, h को बोलते हैं हम लोग साइज, 20 साइज है, राइट. इसकी फ्रीक्वेंसी क्या है, फ्रीक्वेंसी 35 हो गई ना, नंबर ऑफ स्टूडेंट्स इन दिस क्लास 35. ठीक है, नाउ वी नीड टू फाइंड द cumulative frequency of the above class. 20-40 की cumulative frequency क्या है, cumulative frequency of above class, that is our 25. Now we have formula, okay, to find the median. So this is our L, ठीक है, this is our H, and this is our F, and this is our C. Okay, so based on this we have formula is L plus n by 2, L plus n by 2 minus C whole divided by F. So this is the formula, whole into H. So when we'll do this, okay, so we will get the median of this class. Now L is 40 plus n by 2 क्या 35, 35 minus C, C is 25, तो मतलब मेरा 10 डिवाइडेड बाय F, 10 by 35. ठीक है, मल्टीप्लाइड बाय 20, सो मतलब कि 40 by 7, सो दैट इज 40 by 7. So 40 plus 40 by 7, this is our median. Okay. n by 2 क्या है 35 minus C is cumulative frequency क्या है इस केस में अपनी 25 right, divided by f55 होल इंटू एच. एच क्या है आपका साइज ऑफ द क्लास, जो कि है आपका 20, राइट. सो क्या हुआ 40 प्लस 10 डिवाइडेड बाय 35 मल्टीप्लाइड बाय 20, राइट. इसको आगे सॉल्व करते हैं. 40 प्लस 200 डिवाइडेड बाय 35, राइट. अगर मैं इसको 5 पे डिवाइड करता हूँ तो इट विल गो 40/7. 40 plus 40/7, this is my median. Now we have done mean, median and mode. So basically these were the measures of central tendency. आपने एक चीज नोट की, all of these measures mean, median और mode, they all were trying to move towards a center. आपका मीन क्या करता है, ये आपका एवरेज वैल्यू निकाल देता है, ठीक है. दैट इज द सेंट्रल वैल्यू. लास्ट में इसमें यहाँ क्या निकाला था, एवरेज 87. अगर मैं सब में 87 दे दूं तो सब सेम आएगा ना, अब भी एवरेज. तो बेसिकली इसने क्या किया कि ये सेंटर की ओर गया, है ना, मीन. अब जो मेरा मीडियन है ये भी क्या गया, मेरी सेंट्रल वैल्यू की ओर गया. जो मेरा मोड है वो भी कहाँ पे गया, मेरी सेंट्रल की ओर गया. दे ऑल टेंड टू मूव टुवर्ड्स माय सेंट्रल वैल्यू. सो दैट्स व्हाई वी कॉल देम एज measures of central tendencies. Okay, so if someone asks you why it is called measures of central tendency, then you can answer that they all tend to move towards the center of my data. Now in this central tendency we have an empirical formula. So empirical formula says if you have two things with you, either mean or median or mode, then you can calculate the last term. So what is the empirical formula? It says 2 into mean plus mode equal to 3 into median. ठीक है, this is the empirical formula. If we have two terms with you, either mean or median, mean and mode and median, then you can calculate the third term. Example, you are given the median and mode of data as 56 and 54 respectively. Find the mean value of my data. So next topic is levels of measurement. We have basically 4 levels of measurement. You can also call them as scales of measurement. Yeah. So we have nominal scale, we have ordinal scale, we have interval scale, and we have ratio scale. So these are the different scales of measurement, okay, that we have. Okay, so these scale of measurements, they tell us how precisely my variables are being recorded, how precisely our variables are being recorded. Now what is a nominal scale? Those kind of data which can only be categorized, example, gender, male or female, yeah, you can say marital status. इसको आप रैंकिंग नहीं कर सकते. नॉमिनल स्केल इज द स्केल इन विच द डेटा कैन ओनली बी कैटेगराइज्ड. एग्जांपल, फॉर जेंडर वी हैव टू कैटेगरीज, मेल और फीमेल. नाउ वी कैन रैंक देम. So can we say males are rank 1 and females are rank 2? No, we can't say this. Or we can say on the basis of marital status we can't give them ranks. Or you can say ethnicity or city of birth. All of these, they can only be categorized. In the nominal scale we can only categorize them. Next is ordinal scale. So in the ordinal scale you can categorize your data as well as rank them. Example, top 5 Olympic medalist, आपकी language ability, like का type questions like आपका very satisfied, dissatisfied या आपका very dissatisfied. So this is an ordinal level. Next we have is interval scale. Now in the interval scale you can categorize, plus you can rank, and plus you can infer equal intervals between my neighboring data point. Example हो temperature, लाइक टेम्परेचर 20 से 25, 25 से 30, 30 से 35 एंड सो ऑन. So we can categorize plus rank and plus equal intervals. Now ratio scale, interval scale, they are 99% exactly same. We have just one difference. In ratio scale you can also categorize plus rank plus make equal intervals, but in the ratio scale there is zero variable as well. So in the ratio scale we have true zero. It means that there is an absence of variable of interest. एग्जाम्पल हाइट, एज या वेट. एग्जाम्पल केल्विन स्केल में इंटरवल और रेशो स्केल को मैं सिर्फ अभी कंपेयरिंग करता हूँ. केल्विन स्केल है तो in the Kelvin scale we have no negative degrees, right? In Kelvin scale we have no negative degrees of temperature. It can minimum have a zero. It means absence of thermal energy. But in interval scale यहाँ पे मेरे पास है Fahrenheit. Can be in negative as well. The ratio scale we have absolute zero, or you can say absence of a variable of interest. आपके रेशियो स्केल में सिर्फ जीरो प्रेजेंट है, आपके इंटरवल स्केल में जीरो प्रेजेंट नहीं है. दैट्स इट. दैट्स अ सिंपल डिफरेंस बिटवीन बोथ ऑफ देम. बाकी एग्जैक्टली सेम है सारा कुछ. अगर मेरे पास नेगेटिव एंड पॉजिटिव वैल्यूज बोथ हैं देन आई कैन कंसीडर इट एज इंटरवल स्केल. अगर मेरे पास जीरो और पॉजिटिव वैल्यूज हैं तो इट विल कम अंडर रेशियो स्केल. नाउ लेट्स डू अ डिफरेंस बिटवीन अ पॉपुलेशन and sample. So what is a population? You can consider it as entire group for which you want to draw conclusions about. और आपका सैंपल क्या होगा? उसी पॉपुलेशन में से a specific group from that population. It will be sample. Let's take an example. आपके बैच में 40 स्टूडेंट्स हैं. आई रैंडमली टेक तो 5 पार्टिसिपेंट्स. ठीक है, तो अब आपके केस में सैंपल साइज क्या मेरा 5. सो दैट्स अ सिंपल डिफरेंस बिटवीन पॉपुलेशन एंड सैंपल. पॉपुलेशन क्या है आपका? एंटायर ग्रुप फॉर विच वी वांट टू ड्रॉ कंक्लूजन्स अबाउट. एंड सैंपल क्या है? उसी ग्रुप में एक मैंने छोटा सैंपल ले लिया.